wonderful day here on OGT. Welcome to your image, your photo creations program on TV. Today we are having a unique personalities, unique experts that have great essence to our living, our development, and growth. Not just to an individual, for corporate organizations to also enhance a good standard of living, and also for the nation to enable it grow its citizens intellectually, and to also begin to have the capacity to handle day-to-day life activities. Recently we just had a World Cancer Day, and we had with the team united by unique. But certain things are critical to avoiding cancer, to limiting the incidences of cancer. And one of those key issues is the issue of nutrition and diet. I have here with me great experts. Particularly, I'm having a combination of female who are in their own rights intellectuals. So I have Mrs. ABIODUN IFEBAJO.
Thank you, sir.
She is a chief lecturer at the Federal College of Education, ANCHOR, Lagos, an expert in nutrition and dietetics. Also the former head of department in the home economics of the Federal College of Education, Technical, ANCHOR, Lagos. Madam, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
I also have here with me another expert, a seasoned lecturer. She's also into the field of food science and technology, nutrition and dietetics, and also issue of public health. Mrs. ILORI, OLASUNMBO ILORI, with the Moshood Abiola Project. Madam, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good evening.
I'm glad having you.
Thank you.
And we are looking at the topic of the day, which is the nutritionists and the society. Can you quickly enlighten me on what nutrition is all about?
Well, when we talk about nutrition is a science. It's a study of science that has to do with the management of human diets, and it enlightens individual to make, healthy, informed choices, and it also helps them to boost their immunity. Nutrition itself, it has to do with the study of nutrients that are, and phytonutrients, all these antioxidants that are in food, and how the body utilizes them for optimal health.
Well, perhaps I want to challenge Mrs. ILORI. Does it not look elitist? Because I have to say it looks elitist in the sense that the ordinary man in the society does not understand that certain nutrients are important, and they are not given the opportunity of. Can you distinguish, the difference between nutrition and dietetics?
Thank you very much. Well, the field of nutrition and dietetics, they are closely related, and there is a thin-bound line between the two. As my colleague has rightly said, nutrition is about advising people on how food affects their health. But in the field of dietetics, it's like more not only to educate people, but it is the practical application of the nutritional knowledge into solving human problem that has to do with diseases and the related problem, which might emanate from maybe too much or undernutrition. When there is, when we say malnutrition, you know, it has two tails, either over or under nutrition. So when the problem emanated from undernutrition, we have deficiency problems. But when we talk about overnutrition, we have several diseases that are also attached to that, ranging from obesity to cardiovascular diseases, so cancer, as you have earlier said, and so many other diseases that are related to overnutrition. So when we say dietetics, it's more than it is over, practical application of the nutritional knowledge that we have, the knowledge of nutrients that we have into how it can solve human problem, either based on under or overnutrition.
Okay. Why we need to balance food,
yes.
Our food intake,
yes.
Having vegetables, fruits, and the like,
yes.
And then study
the body metabolism, body processes, how will body react to those nutrients when they are in the body.
Okay, permit me to ask you, do we need a doctor when we have a nutritionist?
Well, the truth of the matter is both doctors, we also have doctors among the nutritionists too. We have people that have their doctoral degrees.
I'm really talking about medical doctors, because looking at the generic meaning or the activities of a nutritionist, it's like you are all in all.
Well, the two are supposed to work hand in hand together, because the nutritionists, they concentrate majorly on using diet as a therapy and prevention of diseases through our food intake. That is majorly what it's all about, and most importantly, you know, management of chronic ailments. So that through diet therapy, that is what nutrition is all about.
You want to add something?
Yes. The nutritionist cannot stand alone, as you have actually...
No, I was just joking.
Okay, yes. So, because our work with the medical doctors are complementing each other.
Yes.
So we work hand in hand. When medical doctor attend to patients, they give them referral. Apart from the medical attention, if the patient actually need therapeutic attention, the dietetics experience, so they give referral to
nutritionists.
The patient,
okay.
to meet the dietitian or the nutritionist in charge for proper nutrition counseling.
Well, yeah, I quite appreciate your role in the society. It's like a lot of the people are not fully aware of the essence of a nutritionist. Perhaps you want to look at our society and talk about your role, where and how nutritionists should be given an opportunity to also play their game.
Well, I want to say that actually the federal government of Nigeria is really trying, in the sense that they collaborate with international organizations, you know, to create policies, healthy policies. For instance, we have a national policy on nutrition and dietetics. So, and what is it about? You know, they align their program with the with sustainable developmental goals, and they also collaborate with the likes of World Health Organization. They collaborate with the likes of Food and Agriculture Organization. They collaborate with UNICEF. For instance, UNICEF recently introduced what we call, what they do is that, especially UNICEF, they finance nutrition programs and initiatives, you know, that are recommended by the federal government. For instance, recently they introduced ready-to-use therapeutic diets. They support maternal and child nutrition, you know, in hospitals. to encourage healthy living among, and to also avoid morbidity and mortality among infants and the expectant mothers.
Well, that sounds great. But mother, I'm beginning to having a wider understanding of your role in the society. Where are you found?
Oh, well, nutrition and dietetics can be found anywhere. We are everywhere, ranging from schools. We can be found in hospitals or clinics. We can be found in everywhere, because anywhere where human existence is, nutritionists and dietitians are very important there. We can be found in so many places, private practices, food industry, in community, as we have said, and then everywhere. We are everywhere. We should be everywhere to see to welfare and well-being and health of individuals.
How does nutrition, how does it help to reduce incidences of cancer and other diseases?
Thank you. You see, God has so much blessed us in the sense that inside all our food produce here and there, inside it are hidden antioxidants. We have antioxidants and phytonutrients, you know, for instance, the likes of allium in garlic and the likes. We have polyphenols, and what they are healing potentials in food. And so, but the issue is, most people will say that we'll just take vegetables, just take fruits, and you are good to go. There is function for each and every one of them. For instance, when you have joint pain, when you have the likes of especially people that are suffering from osteoporosis.
Maybe you want to go practical.
Yeah.
Giving illustrated that, okay, for example, if you have this,
yes, you can take. Okay. Yes, for instance, when somebody has osteoporosis, you know that this disease is among the elderly. You know,
what is osteoporosis?
Osteoporosis is weakening of the bones. When the bone density and the bone mass, you know, is decreasing, it's reducing as you are aging. It's an age-related disease. So what they need to do is what most people do is that, for instance, they recommend that they should take more of calcium to increase the bone density. But the truth of the matter is, without the likes of vitamin K2, you know,
where is that found?
It can be found in fermented products like locust beans, and it can be found in the likes of probiotics, the likes of yogurt. Then we can also find it in other dairy products too, like milk. So it enhances the absorption of calcium. You understand? Or else the calcium will just be there and it won't, you know, the body cannot utilize it. So it enhances the absorption of calcium. Besides, oftentimes that age group, you know, the joint pain is associated with people within that age group. Joint pains is associated with people within that age group. So when you take foods that are rich in magnesium, magnesium is one of the minerals that are very important in the body, just like calcium. Magnesium and calcium, they work hand in hand together. So when there is calcium, the magnesium helps to balance the calcium in the body. So magnesium enables the calcium to be, it enables the bones, it increases the bone density.
They are found in which type of food?
For instance, that magnesium, you can find it in dark chocolates. You understand? So you can find it in dark chocolates, like cocoa powder, raw cocoa powder. You can find it in our ofada rice.
As taking a cocoa tea.
Yes, and ofada rice. So, you know, and what it does is that oftentimes people within that age group, they suffer from arthritis, they suffer from joint pain. And this inflammation can easily be reduced you know, to a reasonable extent without taking medication when they take more of these magnesium-rich foods. And what are they? We have the likes of cocoa powder, just as I've told you. We have the likes of our ofada rice, you know, then oats.
Taken with ofada rice, taken with
ofada stew, you know, and that is oversaturated with low-cost beans. So, you know, it goes a long way in helping us.
Well, thank you so much, madam. I'm getting more interested in the understanding.
Yes.
You know, some foods are absorbable in a particular body of the person. Some are not. What are the symptoms that we should understand that will make us to say, oh, this particular food is not? Or generally, what would you recommend for the youth, for elders to be taken so that they can have good health?
Well, starting from absorption of nutrients, knowing fully that the active ingredients in food are nutrients, and these nutrients are very vital, as we have earlier said. We cannot do a one-size-fits-all diet for any category of people. Most of the diet therapy are individualized. That is, they are personalized based on, maybe when you come to diet therapy clinic, we will need to do some assessment.
Where are they found?
You can find them in any hospital, particularly government hospital. We have them. They do clerking for you. That is, they engage you in interview, ask you certain things, do some anthropometric measurements, take your diet history, and based on your complaint, so they give you dietary counseling or nutritional counseling.
This issue you are talking about abuses me, because I expect that all these issues must be prevalent. Nutritionists will be everywhere, and if possible, they should be attached to the families. Just like we have seen doctors, they should be available everywhere, and
yes.
people can now understand.
Yes, that is one of the importance of nutrition. But in maybe because we are developing country, we are developing, and we believe that one day we will get there. If you see most of all these japa that are going out there, you know, it's because the developed countries so much take importance or attach importance to their health. So all these that you have said, they are in place in developed country. In any hospital like that or any clinic community, we have all these facilities, we have all these services rendered to people in order to guide them on their food choices. So I believe we are a developing country, we are going there, and by the time we get there, it is believed that even at every community, we're supposed to have nutritionists at every health post, at primary health centers, doing their job and alleviating problems. See, if nutrition can have their way in everywhere, there will be reduction in health costs. And this goes a long way, even with the pocket of the government. There will be reduction in chronic diseases. So there is no one-size-fits-all diet therapy that can be given to you, given to the elderly, based on what they have or their body composition will determine
the one is examined.
Yes.
But what is the Nutritionists Association of Nigeria or Society of Nigeria doing? Because this is vital to humanity.
Well, Nutrition Society of Nigeria, they are trying a great deal. And what they do is that there is public awareness, there is nutrition education through various mediums. You know, for instance, now, just to, I want to add my voice to what my colleague has just said. And in response to your question, you know, every individual has varying needs. The need of A is different from B. Okay, let's look at the group of people we have. The needs, the elderly needs are different from the adolescents. For instance, let me tell you something about the adolescent that is prevalent in our society. and it's because of ignorance. And what is happening is that you see these adolescents, you know, at that age, they have menstrual cycle, you know, and this part, and it also has to do with women of reproductive age too. You know, they discharge blood, they lose blood every month, but they lose iron every month, but they are not, you know, they are not replenishing themselves. They are not, you know, restoring back the iron they lose every month.
Well, it's getting more interesting. We might not be able to conclude this particular discussion. We are going to continue next week.
Okay.
Because our time is up. And, that's why next week we will have to have you around.
No problem.
I have a further explanation. It's been a great session with our nutritionists here. It's been wonderful and it's eye-opening. I want to believe that nutritionists are needed in every home, everywhere in that society. Perhaps we are calling on government to take this as a higher responsibility in reshaping, helping our humanity to grow, helping our nation to grow, and helping organizations to also have healthy people in their respective places. Until next week, this is how far we can go. I'd like to thank Mrs. IFEBAJO.
Yes, sir.
Giving us the opportunity to have you around. And I also want to thank Mr. OLASUNBO. It's great having you. We are going to tap more of this knowledge next week. Viewers, we are so happy that we are having them here. Until next week, stay glued with us so that you can benefit more. I'm OKUDERO, your anchor on your image. Say bye.